In celebration of our 10K subscribers on this account, I'm so excited. I'm going to be giving away a Crescent bag. I don't know if you know what that is, but stick around and I'll explain. This bag is super cute, and I'll definitely be giving you more details about the giveaway coming soon. What is a Crescent bag? But before we get into that, I just want to let you know how much I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Are Crescent bags still in 2024? I'm sure you know the style I'm talking about. They're shaped like a crescent moon. Sometimes they're called the half moon shaped bags, but they're really cute bags, and you wear them over the shoulder. And they actually surprisingly have a lot of room in them. That's the type of bag that I'm going to be giving away. This style handbag has been around since the late 90s, early 2000s. But designers of handbags these days are giving this iconic shape a modern makeover that we just can't get enough of. So in this video, we're going to make this pattern for this half moon shaped handbag in less than about 5 minutes. But I'm also going to leave it in the description below in case you want to print it and download it, so you can use it again later on in the future. But beginners, you also can make this style handbag as well and make the pattern for it. It's really easy. So whatever skill level you are, you can make this easy pattern to make this gorgeous handbag today. Not using a pattern reminds me of that episode of the Cosby Show when Venessa made Theo that Gordon Gortrell shirt.
Is this my shirt? Is this the shirt I paid $30 for? Is this the shirt they're supposed to think is a Gordon Gortrell? You don't like it? Ask me the question again.
The sleeves were uneven, the pockets were all over everywhere. Not having a pattern can definitely affect the overall outcome of your bag. So I started by making the pattern. The pattern is a really simple pattern. I just used 2 sheets of just white 8.5 by 11 copy paper. I turned both sheets horizontally and then placed one on top of the other. Grabbed some tape that I had, just some shipping tape, but you can use any other type of tape. And then I just taped both pieces of paper together. And then I just folded both sheets long ways together. And then I placed the folded edge on the left and used a French curve ruler to make the rounded shape of the bag. I went all the way up to the 12-inch mark on the ruler. And then I just used a straight ruler to connect the bottom line all the way over to the left folded edge of the paper. And then I connected the top point of the bag and drew a line 1.5 inches to the left. And then I used the French curve ruler again to make the center curve of the bag. I really like using the French curve ruler because you can kind of change the dimensions of the curve on the inside by just manipulating and adjusting the ruler. And now the pattern is complete. All you have to do is just cut it out and use it to cut out your fabric pieces. Alright, so let's get started. The denim fabric I got from Hobby Lobby. I just thought it was a really pretty fabric when I saw it in the denim section. And And then I just folded the fabric in half so that way I can cut out 2 layers for the outer panels of the bag. And then I just used some cotton fabric to cut out 2 pieces for the lining. I cut 4 pieces of fusible fleece, and then I ironed all the pieces to the back of all the layers. And then I grabbed some zipper by the yard and I cut it about a 1/2 inch longer on each end than the inside curve of the bag. To make the gusset, I just measured around the main panels of the bag, and then it gave me the measurements for the gusset, which was about 35 inches. And then I made 2 marks a 1/2 inch away from the end of the gusset, and then I came up about 12 inches and made another mark. And by doing this, I'm just making the edge of the gusset, the ends of the gusset that meet up at the top of the bag, just a little bit more narrow. And then towards the base of the bag, it's a little bit more wide. And then I just cut along those lines and cut off the little pieces on the end. I cut 2 pieces of fusible fleece for the outer and the inner layers of the gusset. And then I just ironed them to the back sides of the gusset pieces. And now I'm gonna start attaching the zipper. So I just took the zipper and faced it right side up, right over the lining piece, one of the lining pieces. And I just clipped it in place. Made a little bit of small snips all the way around the curved part so that way I can turn it easily when it comes time to sew it to the curve on the inside of the bag. And after clipping it in place, I'm gonna sew it with a zipper foot all the way around the curve on the inside of the bag. And then I'm gonna grab the denim layer and place it right sides facing the zipper. And then I'm gonna sew all the layers together using a zipper foot, sandwiching the zipper between both layers. And now I'm gonna fold the layers back towards each other. And then I'm gonna just pin the layers together and then top stitch. And then I gave it a good pressing just to keep everything nice and flat. So periodically you can go ahead and iron your project after top stitching just to make sure everything is nice and neat. And after doing that side, I'm just gonna do the other side of the bag the exact same way and attach the zipper the same way. So I pull the zipper apart and then I'm gonna just take the piece that I pulled apart and attach it to the other piece of the lining to create the other panel of the bag. And then I grabbed both of my zipper pulls and attached them onto the zipper. And after I attached the zipper pulls, I decided to go ahead and sew both layers of the gusset together. So I sewed all the way around all 4 sides of the gusset. And then I went ahead and attached a strap onto the top of the bag. So I used some leather strap that I got from Hobby Lobby. And then after sewing the strap, I grabbed the gusset and placed it face down right on top of each end of the strap and sewed across using about a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And then I just clipped the gusset, one side of the gusset to one side of the bag. So once I clipped the gusset to one side of the bag and made sure all the layers matched up, I'm just gonna go ahead and sew around those layers with about a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And then I just folded the other side of the bag back towards the other end of the gusset and then just clipped everything in place on that side and then sewed again using about a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And then after cutting a little bit of the excess from the seam, I'm gonna go ahead and use a piece of black cotton fabric to cover the raw edges on the inside of the bag. If you have bias tape, you can just use that, but I'm just gonna use a strip of fabric to cover the edges on the inside. And for the last step, turn the bag inside out. finally our bag is complete. Congratulations to the person who's gonna get one of these adorable bags. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. It clearly shows me that you love bag making as much as I do. Now that you know the importance of having a pattern and you've made a really beautiful crescent bag, there are 3 techniques for pockets that you may want to learn to enhance any handmade bag that you make. So watch that video on the screen now and I'll see you there.